how to mitigate your suffering. We are Shaltazar, the Gavish Banenu, the energy of 33, the Master Teacher, and we have come forth at this time to bring you divine wisdom. Feel us, for we are here with you now and forever. Allow yourself to be still, to be quiet, and as you allow the stillness to wash over you, a feeling of peace and tranquility may arise in you. That is us, for we are a part of you. You may not always be aware of us, for we must be silent. We must only observe unless we are called upon. More and more of the human species are learning to connect with us, or may we say, with themselves, the higher version of who they truly are. You are realizing it is so much easier to connect or even call upon us when you are quiet and still. Many of you have found rituals that allow you to connect with the higher realms. So now that more and more of you have found your rituals that allow you to be calm, to be still, to be in a feeling place, it is time, if you choose, to learn to connect with us when all is not calm, not still. You see, if we are always present, when you feel disconnected from us, you do have the capacity to do something different that would allow you to reconnect with us. Often, when you need us most, it is not convenient to perform your rituals to connect to us. It is interesting because in your states of stress, anxiety, frustration is when you need us most, and yet we feel unreachable to you at those times. So now is the time, if you choose, to learn a new way. A way to find us in the midst of your personal upheaval, in the midst of your personal storm. You must become aware that often your upheaval is created by your obsessive mind. We have suggested to you on many occasions that if you drop the mind and move to your feeling consciousness, often your trauma can mitigate. But that is often easier said than done. For when your mind has created a storm, a trauma, so to speak, if you move to your feelings, what you will feel is that storm, that trauma. And when things don't feel comfortable for you, often you panic. We have spoken before of allowing all feelings, including the uncomfortable ones, to come forth. But of course, that again is easier said than done. Those emotionally uncomfortable feelings can create a perfect storm, so to speak. Your mind is in a panic state and continues to feed you very low, vibrating thoughts. If you allow yourself to feel fully, the emotional trauma can often intensify. And there you have the perfect storm. Thoughts and feelings feeding together to whip you into an uncomfortable frenzy. So how do you stop this, you ask? How do you get out of the frenzy? The answer is simple. You stop resisting. You stop fighting the frenzy. The mind tries to make you believe the frenzy will continue and get more intense. But that need not be true if you do not wish it to be so. Simply stop and feel the intensity of your discomfort. Feel it deeply, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. Accept the darkness. Accept the pain. Accept the discomfort. Let the thoughts that this frenzy will continue go. Allow the discomforting thoughts to simply float away. Allow the mind to feed you the thoughts. But from the part of you that is us, simply observe. Observe your frenzy. Observe your discomfort. Don't make it bad or good. Try not to judge it, but instead learn to accept it. For when you do, you will come to learn that it will pass. That is the beauty of experiencing discomfort or discontentment in the linearity of human life. All will pass. Part of the purpose in the design of your physical plane is so that linear time continues to always move forward. Your time cannot stand still, no matter how hard you try to make it. Have you ever noticed when you are on vacation and having a wonderful time that you cannot stop time, so you continue to experience your bliss? No, time stands still for no human. So if you cannot stop time when you feel bliss, why would you ever believe that your misery will continue forever? It will pass. It has to, because feelings are in and of the moment. They occur in the present moment, and moments continue to move forward. You live in the place of linear time. You live in the place of the duality. You will never, and we repeat, never be stuck in what you are experiencing in any given moment forever. So why is it when we feel bliss, joy, and fun, it seems to pass so quickly, and when we feel discomfort, fear, displeasure, it seems to last so long, you ask? What we would say to you is because you resist the misery and gladly accept the bliss. So are you saying if we accept the misery, it too will pass more quickly, like the bliss? We congratulate your linear, logical mind for figuring that out. Of course, if time continues to move forward always at the same rate, it is you and only you who can make time feel slow or fast. It is your reaction to how you feel that determines how quickly time seems to move through you. So the choice is yours. The power to choose is yours. Acceptance allows feelings to appear like they are moving quickly, like the amazing vacation that seems to fly by. Resistance allows feelings to linger and seem like they are moving very slowly. So of course, the answer to allowing the misery to appear as if it is passing more quickly is acceptance. Accept how you feel always without judgment. Learn to love your misery, your sadness, your frustration, your anxiousness, your disappointment. Learn to love it as much as you love your excitement, your joy, your bliss, your contentment. We have told you before that acceptance is love. So by learning to accept however you feel, you will be loving those feelings. And we have told you to love does not always mean to like. Of course, misery and sadness will never feel as pleasant as joy and contentment, but that doesn't mean you cannot accept both the pleasant and unpleasant feelings that come up in you. You will always prefer the pleasant, but can you learn to accept the unpleasant? If you can learn to not resist the feelings you don't like, if you can learn to accept always how you are feeling, you may find that all your feelings, the pleasant and the unpleasant, will pass through you just as quickly. You will then experience feeling more deeply and move through time accepting and appreciating the full spectrum of emotions that human life offers. Of course, you will continue to feel the discomfort, and you will also feel the comfort. You will continue to feel the misery, and you will also feel the joy. You will always feel the full spectrum of emotions, whether you acknowledge and accept them or not. What we are offering you is a way to allow your misery to move through you as quickly as your happiness seems to. We know it is difficult and challenging to accept the lower and slower emotions, but it can be done. The sooner you learn to do so, the sooner you will mitigate your suffering.